You know, the proper term is idle, not bye. Teams that aren't playing this week are idle. Clemson is idle. The NFL does it wrong. They say bye. It's not a bye. You're idle. These teams are not, including Brady's Notre Dame Fighting Irish, dogs in the dome against a Syracuse team coming off their first loss of the season. 4 ACC-ranked teams in action. Let's pick them with Brady, Quinn, and Danny Kannell. And let's start with Wake. They lose a game, you kind of forget about them. They're number 10 in the country, and they're 4-point favorites at Louisville.
This is the fishiest line of the week to me. And I have the hardest time laying these points, but I'm going to because I don't know how Louisville can keep pace with Sam Hartman. I mean, after that close win over Liberty and obviously the overtime loss versus Clemson, Wake has been blowing out opponents. And I don't see any way where really Louisville's going to be able to keep pace with Sam Hartman, who's averaging over 300 yards per air. He's second in the conference with 21 touchdown passes. It's just not Malik Cunningham's game, and they're defensively, I don't think Louisville's going to be able to stop him. And Scott Satterfield is kind of on a warm seat, at least if you read a lot of the reports out there about what may happen after the season. So all that adds up to me to say, lay the 4 points. Don't worry about it, even though it does look fishy to me, Danny.
You know what I think this is about? I think this is a lack of respect for Wake Forest. I think that's what it is. I don't know if it's fishy. I think just people don't think they're very good. And if you've watched them play, whether it was against Clemson going toe-to-toe with the game, they might have been able to win. If you look at the weapons, like A.T. Perry that we just saw with a catch there for Sam Hartman, this offense is extremely tough to stop. Past some of the programs they put up big points against. I think they see an opportunity. I think that Dave Clawson is one of the more underrated coaches in the country. I guess Louisville, you know, you've got back-to-back wins on the road against Virginia, and they beat a pretty good Pitt team, but Pitt is not the team they were last year. I think that's maybe a misguided hope that Louisville is better than they are. I think Wake wins this one easily. So I just think this is about a disrespect for Wake and the ACC in general and saying there's no way they're a top 10 team, but I think they are.
Any thought to this being a trap game in your mind? Because they do play NC State next week, and referring to Wake, that was one of the things I was thinking is, all right, maybe they get caught looking ahead and pass to Louisville, what could be a tough road opponent, I guess, you know, if you're preparing for that matchup versus NC State.
Yeah, the schedule really heats up. 3 ranked games coming up, including the one Brady just mentioned, Danny.
Yeah, possibly, but I don't know if Wake Forest is the type of program, especially with a guy like Dave Clawson, who's pretty detail-oriented, not very flashy, just wants to go out there and continue to win and gain people's respect on the field. I don't know if they're the place that has the look-ahead game, so I'm not that worried about this pick.
They still call that Papa John's Stadium out there?
Last time I checked, they did, but I haven't checked recently.
We're brought to you by Papa John's today, and picking Wake, I guess.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.